So good afternoon, everyone. This is the group 7, and we are going to discuss a certain um, current issue in our society, which pertaining to student-teacher relationship. So I am Princess Agari Alcantara. So uh, the objectives of this topic is to evaluate if the student-teacher relationship is unethical or unethical. Second is to identify the advantages and disadvantages of student-teacher relationship. And last is list um, of the current issues related to student-teacher relationship. So what is student-teacher relationship? So it is a romantic affair between the students and their teachers in the school or in school district they are employed. So student-teacher relationship wala siya sang concrete nga definition. So kung ano lang yung naintindihan natin kung ano talaga yung definition niya. So, teacher. So, what is the role of teacher? So, a teacher is a person who is respected in society and community. So, as such, they are expected to have high standards of morality. They must be the role model of their students and their community as a person in authority in educational institution. So teachers plays major roles in developing students, and they are expected also to share their wisdom and expertise to their students and to ensure that students are learning in a safe and a productive environment. On the other hand, students are learners, learners that play a crucial role in the education. So they must study hard to get the high grades. They must be active in acquiring knowledge, for they are believed to be the future of the nation as someone who is under the authority of the school and the teachers. So students have the obligations to respect the rules of the school and the high regards to teachers and students must imprint in their mind that teachers are substitute um, of of a parent. Next is the parents. So parents have always been actively involved in enhancing their children's development and educational progress. So the future of the child is not depends solely on education in school, but also on how the parents raise their children at home. So the parents and the educational institutions have the great role in developing children and should give all their best um, to ensure their well-being. So the future of the child is not depends solely on education in school, but also on how the parents raise their children in their homes. So however, despite that parents, teachers, students have the roles to be played in our society, there is some unexpected happening, and that is the closer relationship of teachers and student, or the student-teacher relationship. So can we consider student-teacher relationship as an ethical or not? Um, yes, it is ethical. So um, our society is averse to teacher-student love affairs. So it is considered a forbidden act for teachers to fall for their students. It is therefore unthinkable for a teacher who under the law is substitute parent to have amorous feelings towards his or her minor student. So ang society talaga natin is disagree in teacher-student love affairs. So malaking issue talaga ito. And A student, on the other hand, is vulnerable and therefore protected by laws against abuses such as the RA 7610 or the Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act and RA 7877 or the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 1955. So, since a student is vulnerable sa kaso na ito. So, therefore, children is being protected by the laws. So, if ever na may ganitong mangyari, so, meron talagang responsibility yung teacher na or makukulong siya. So, despite the legal definition of an adult as 18 and older, courts have held that romantic relationship between teacher and student are against the law. So the romantic relationship between teacher and student is prohibited in many countries, such as in Japan, which is merong case doon na there is 42 years old teacher being arrested because of having a relationship with a 16-year-old student. So there is also a case in Russia wherein there is a relationship between teacher and student, which leads to murder suicide last 2012. So this um, these statements state that ethical siya in a way that um, it is legalized or may law siya towards the teachers and the students. So next is the advantages and disadvantages of this issue, which will be reported by Trisha Mona Diaz.
Hello, I am Trisha Monay Diaz, and I will be reporting about what are the advantages and disadvantages of this issue. Page. Okay. The advantages. First, both of them are inspired to attend and enter in class every day. Second, the student will be eager to learn more academically. And last, it would be easier for the student to do its task or assignments. The disadvantages. First, the teacher might lose its job. May ara man ta abis ina sang may ara kita sang law sa mga teachers in regarding nga mag-engage sila sa relationship sa ilang nga students. Second, both of their reputation might be ruined. Third, student study will be distracted. Fourth, the student might be expelled. Fifth, the teacher is responsible for the student's behavior and conduct during the time of the relationship. Six, it could be harmful for the student's mental health. And last, this relationship might lead to unwanted pregnancy. And what are the current issues related to teacher-student relationship? This will be reported by Princess Alcantara. Hi.
So the current issues that related to student-teacher romantic relationship. One is the premarital sex. So student-teacher love affection can cause so much damage to the career and reputation of teacher and a student. Thus, there is no doubt that a romantic relationship between a minor and an adult is unlikely to be accepted by most of people. So student teacher romances were banned in the first place to protect students who aren't mature enough to take responsibility for it such involvement. So student teacher relationships aren't always been in a minor and an adult should should the student be an adult according to the law? He or she is entitled to enjoy the same freedoms or as other adults. This includes the right to be in a romantic relationship with another adult, even his or her teacher. Adults can make decisions for themselves, and interfering in people's romantic relationship isn't the public's business. So here in the premarital sex, um, also the student-teacher relationship, it may leads to premarital sex because as we all know, students are minor, usually minor. So ang teacher is is alam na nila yung iniisip nila. So ang student is mayroong mga curiosity sa kanilang buhay. So madala sila sa mga ganong bagay. So it will lead to premarital sex. So next is the sexual harassment. So sexual harassment, especially for a female students, teachers are bound to student by a contract of trust. So having a sentimental relationship with a instructor breaches this belief within the teacher-student relationship. Regardless of the matter of consent, such a relationship might posture potential dangers to the emotional well-being of the student. If a student might experience that sexual harassment, they may stop doing their schoolwork and taking part in school-related activities. So they may skip or drop classes, or they may drop out of school entirely. So here in the sexual harassment, it is usually happened in female students. So since meron na silang trust with their teacher, so madali na silang lokohin ito. So it will lead also to sexual harassment. So if they being sexual harassed, so it may ruin their school or their studies. So that's the sexual harassment. So dito na lang nagtatapos ang aming report, and thank you for listening.